I'm going to show you how to paint this colorful kingfisher bird in watercolor. Before we start this painting, I have news to share with you. One of our members wishes to make a gift of 6 months of enjoying art to someone who loves painting and drawing but needs the financial assistance for their membership. If you believe that person could be you, now you can look into the video descriptions for the details. Enjoying Art is a community that consists of people like you and me who loves art and share the joy of making art. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and share this channel. First, let me tell you the brushes that I'm using. I only use 2 brushes. One is a flat brush, it's gold here. Okay. Take care of the brush, just use the 2 fingers, right? Just softly massage it every time before you start using it. Okay. Now, the hair very soft, also remove all the bubble, all the air inside the brush here. Now the brush is ready to use. That's very sharp over here, very organized. And this is the calligraphy brush. The calligraphy brush can use for medium and small shapes. And the tip is very sharp, so it's very easy to control. I'm going to start from painting the bird before I go into the background. Just have a little bit Winsor blue. I'm going to put in the top over here. This is the first put a little lighter blue color. Take a look at the area. That's good. Connect to the mouth. And here you go. I'm going to painting the area of the eye. So make sure I'm going to have the highlight inside the eye. And this color only serves as the light area. It's going to be for the color of the light spot. I'm going to paint in a little bit darker blue colors after this dry. Okay, that's good. Like that. Now I have the blue color also in this area. This color looks like a little bit more red shade blue color though. So put a little bit over here, and then I'm going to change it to the French ultramarine. Feel a little bit more brighter. Here you go. Also, I'm going to put this color over here too. Okay, now I'm gonna coming down over here. There's a little blue color, also looks also a little bit red shade. I'm gonna continue using this French ultramarine. I'm gonna come over here. There's also the blue color. Continue with that. That's coming down. Okay. After you dry, this blue color could come into pretty light. So no worry about, you're gonna always can put the new color on top of that. I'm gonna have this look a little bit more green shade. Do the comparison. Looking at what the green shade color it look like and compare with it, is that a little bit warmer or a little bit cooler. Okay. Now that's good. Now as I have the color, just have the foundation color already onto the blue color area. Now I'm going to start put a little orange color. I'm going to mix the red with the yellow color. There you go. I'm going to have this color. I'm going to put it here first. There you go. So this color also the foundation color. So I'm not going to touching into the blue color at this point. We're going to come back to after it dries, and I'm going to connect the color together. Okay. Over here, I don't mind to connect the color because this look a little bit soft, and I have some really soft feather. Okay, like that. That's good. I'm going to take a look around with the light space that you want to keep it Okay, right over there. Here you go. Now coming onto this side. And coming around over here, take a look at the shape. And coming around all the way down over here. So that is the legs would be here. Here you go, that's good. Now I'm gonna fill in this space here with a lot more pink. I'm gonna red and the yellow color. Here you go. I'm gonna have a little bit more red for the color on the back here. I'm not sure the color already dry, the blue color is still wet. So I'm gonna keep that the space. Okay, now I have the back of the bird over here. That's the tail. Now I'm gonna make it a little bit longer right there. So like that, that's good. And I have the space for the leg over here. The leg a little bit red, so I'm gonna actually put this color here. I'm gonna have a little gap like that, a little cross. That's good. What about this one? And here you go, like that. That one, and another one, like that. Okay, that is good for now. That's showing a little wood is gonna come in over here and to overlap a little bit. And the bottom over here, I'm gonna leave up a little red color. It's a little bit too much, so I let go all the wet in a brush, make it look like a small flat brush. Here you go. Now I can lift it up, make it a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna take a look at what color I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get a little bit darker color. I think this drop in some orange, warm orange color right there. Okay, a little bit more red, make it a little bit thicker. Depends on what color you already have in the foundation of this area. It's lots of red color, lots of wet, so it's very easy to drop in some colors. Okay, here this color, I'm gonna also make it a little bit more red, make it a little bit warmer orange. Okay, like that. That's good. And in this side, I have a little bit darker color tone a little bit later. Okay, I'm gonna come into the tree here. I said since it have a little bit yellow and green color, so I'm gonna have that color a little bit over here, like that. Okay, keep a little bit isolated. Okay, and we can have the space for the blue-gray color a little bit later. So definitely I don't want the orange color to connect with this. Just try to have some color over here to make it for me to aware of what color it should be in the surrounding, in the composition. So I'm gonna come over here. Here you go. Have a little bit of this yellow color. Now that's, here you go. I'm gonna coming over here. And right now what I'm putting in the same color, so it would appear to be all flat. So later I still need to put the darker color suggesting the shadow side. Okay, like that. That's good for now. And I'm gonna come to paint the color for the mouth. It looks like a blue color, but it's a warm blue color. But it's not really just the blue, a little bit gray. So I'm gonna mix a little gray color that I already have here. Here you go. Now I'm gonna just put the color on the top over here. Here you go. like that. I'm going to leave the top, have a little gap as this white color. Okay, that's good. I'm going to get a little bit more red shade blue color. And here you go. Gonna have a little bit brighter blue right here. And you can paint the whole shape of the mouth. In the shadow side, it's gonna be darker. It's okay. Now connect into this color. Like that. So that's the shape of the mouth. I'm gonna come back, start from the head. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna have some darker blue color and still the green shade blue color. And I'm gonna come in on the top over here. And then I'm going to draw a little pattern. Okay, here you go. Now I can create a lighter shape. Observe. Okay, just like that. Have a little suggestions for the lighter shape. Just paint around. Like that. That's good. Now create an illusion that has the light pattern. Now on the bottom over here, I'm gonna make a little bit darker color, squint your eyes if you really want to see how dark the color would be. Okay, here you go. Now I'm gonna have this even darker. Here you go. Okay. Now that's good. Now this area has a very interesting feeling of the form. And now take a look at on the side over here. I'm gonna come to have some red shade blue color with French ultramarine here. I'm gonna have a little bit also have a little pattern like that, have some suggestions of color that is textures. Okay, coming in here, that's good. Now on the side over here, I'm going to put the color back over here. Here you go. Now I'm going to take the separate these two group. Okay, now I'm going to have a few lines here. Okay, now coming here, now I'm going to have a little red shade. Now I'm going to fill in the gap. And as I'm going, I'm also going to keep a little gap like that. That's good. Now actually I'm going to draw the areas that should have some light shape. I can draw it in this kind of pattern. Okay. Here you go. I'm going to have a little bit light shape like that. And now here you go. I'm going to draw a little bit line like this to create looks like a pattern. Okay, now at the tip over here, we're going to have some darker shape, very dark. So I'm going to mix the blue color with the red color together to create some really dark line. So here you go. I'm going to have That's good. Okay, have a little gap over here too. A little bit dark color over here. There you go. Now on the back over here, also showing a little bit darker shape, a little darker shape on both sides. And I'm gonna come into the bottom over here, show a little shadow. Now that's good. Now I'm gonna use the color and also showing the darker side of the mouth. I'm gonna take a little red color in here. Here you go. Now one on the bottom over here, this side. I'm gonna leave a little bit gap. That's good. Now I'm gonna working into the eye. I'm gonna working into the shadow side of the eye. Keep a little color here. Okay. Like that. That looks good. Alright. And now I'm gonna paint the colors of the gray into the tree. Just start with a little bit light brown color. Like that. A little texture. A little dry brush. Like that. Okay, that's good. Over here. Now the orange color already dried, so it's very easy to painting around. And I'm gonna have the little brown color right over here, like that. There you go. And a little bit cool color. Here you go. Have a little texture. That's showing that is the texture of the tree. And here you go. At the bottom over here, have a little bit. That's good. Now coming on this side, and I need to also make the shadow side of the green color as well. Continue, add a little warm color on the top over here, like that. There you go. Now it looks a little bit flat. Now I'm gonna have a little bit darker the green color and yellow, and a little bit, get a little bit red too. And here you go. Now I'm gonna have the shadow side of that, like this, a little bit more blue color. I'm gonna just make a little blending, a little bit look like a little bit darker, and a transition to the lighter. And over here I'm gonna have some much darker color. Here you go. Somewhere need to have some darker. Okay. Here you go. Like that. Have a little bit dark color underneath over here. Here you go. That's good. Another tree have a little bit more volume. That's good. And I'm going on this side have a little bit more brighter color, and even have a little bit more like an orange color, but I don't want to look like too much connect to the bird. gonna have a little bit brighter green color like that. And try to see how the color actually work together. I'm gonna have a little dark color on the edge here. Like that. There you go. Give a little bit texture line, and also paint it a little dark color around the claw. That is make it pop a little bit more. Like that. That's good. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to come back to work more into the bird. Let's first take a look at the color right underneath the mouth. There's the light shape. I'm going to have the little bit darker color, start from a little bit brighter, like a light orange gray color. And if I need to have a little bit darker, have a little bit more gray right in here, like that. Okay. That also here have a little bit gray color, but add a little bit orange color here as well. That's good, like that. And I'm going to put some orange color right on into this area. Gonna have a little bit more red. Orange color has many different shades of orange. Some are yellow, more yellow orange, some are more red orange, some darker orange color, some a little bit lighter orange. Now I'm going to have a little bit more red over here too at the bottom. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to work back to the body. And here you go. Now I'm going to just tap on it. You see the texture right on the body over here. And when we're working on the smaller textures, we also need to be aware of the whole form of the body, how it turns. Like that. That's good. And now I'm going to have a little bit more of the little texture, the suggestions of a little few lines like this. Here you go. Now I'm showing that some feather. That's good, like that. Here you go. And the bottom over here have a little bit more yellow, but it's not just yellow, a little bit darker color too. Okay, now on this side, it has also a little bit darker, so you're not just looking at the color, also compare to how dark the color would be. When it get darker, you get a little bit blue color involved in here. Now I'm going to put a little bit more blue color, just seeing this area actually showing darker. Yeah, now make it a little bit darker tone, have a little bit yellow too, and a little bit more red and the blue. Here you go, a little bit yellow. Now coming right here. Here you go, that's good. Now it's turning a little bit away by showing that the darker tone. I'm going to make this a little bit lighter, slightly, so making the tone a little bit turning. Like this is a little bit higher, okay, like that. So also I'm going to put some yellow color in the belly, so have some variety of colors, but not just yellow. I'm going to have a little blue color right here too, so make it look a little bit also darker, because that is the belly coming down here. Okay, that's good. A little bit like that. So that's how we are seeing the local color as well as the shadow. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna have a little bit darker here. Put a few lines like that. That's good. Now the bird turn into a little bit more three-dimensional. That's good. Now I'm going to softly turn that a little bit softer, like that. That's good. Now the body looks pretty good. I'm going to make it a little bit softer on the top over here too. And here you go. Like that. That looks pretty good on the body. That's important to suggest that the bird actually turning, the body turning over. And here I'm going to have a little bit blue and red, and the red shade. I'm going to make this even darker. I'm going to showing that as I have the gap at the space in between that and the feather over there, and also the body over here. And also I'm going to have this a little bit also deeper like that. There you go. That's good. I'm going to have this also connected like that. Okay. And I'm going to have a little bit blue color on this side. There you go. Showing that's the feather on the outside. Now I'm going to come back to work more into the blue color area right here. There you go. You can always can give more color. I'm going to take a little bit more of the blue shade, the blue color, and then just put it on top of this. That's good. I'm going to have a little bit suggestions and between this different gap and showing the texture on the body. I'm going to have a little bit more blue color on this side. Even separate this two sides a little bit more like that. That's good. Okay, gonna have the red. There you go. Come back over here. That's good. Alright, this area can be a little bit darker too. So some of the deeper color, you can come back to do it one more time. And now I'm gonna have the French ultramarine color over here. Have a little bit more and take a look. And I'm gonna painting into the eye again. Now I'm gonna come in over here to take a look closely. First, I'm gonna have a little blue-gray color for the highlight of the eye. It's not just white color, so I'm gonna soften that, make it a little bit smoother, the space. And I'm gonna come back to paint the eye and add a little deeper color, and it will be there. And I'm gonna have a little red color right next to here. I'm gonna fill in this space, and on the edge have a little light color. That's just fine over here. That, soften that a little bit. Okay, and now on the other side I have a little bit more orange color. There you go. Try to get a little bit variety color into the space like that, and that's good. I'm gonna just leave it like that, and have a little bit red color. There you go, on the mouth here, on the nose. That's good. And on the top also I can light up a little bit, make it a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. I am going to with some darker color underneath. I'm gonna reform the shape of the mouth like that. That's good. That's good. More and more intentional brush stroke, it would make it look more and more expressive. I'm gonna have a little bit orange color on the edge over here, like that. Here you go. That looks pretty good. Now I come back to use a little bit darker color. Now mix some very dark color with the Windsor blue green shade with the Windsor red. Okay, now we're gonna work into inside the eye. Okay, now first painting the outside edge. Here you go, like that, and painting the bottom over here. That's inside the eye, and then we're gonna painting inside the eye. Have some light and shadow a little bit later. Okay, that's good. Now the outside, and now painting the areas around here. Also have some deeper color. After you have this final dark color into it, it's very easy to make it look more fine-tuned. And the mouth over here, a bit deeper. Okay, now that's good. And the edge over here, gonna have a little bit darker color. And here, have a little bit darker color too. But you don't want to have the darker color everywhere. Okay. Now, a little bit over here. A little bit line over here. And showing a little bit line like this. Here you go. Like that. Now come back here to refine some of the darker skinner line. So that's good. Okay. Okay. Now also going to add the suggestion for the claw. Okay. Here you go. I'm gonna have a little claw right here. Another one. Here you go. Little suggestions right here. That's good. Now it looks like we already have good suggestions for the lake, and that's good. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to lifting a little bit shape over here, make this a little bit more separate. I don't want to make the other sides any darker, but I'm going to make this side a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. And I'm also going to put a little bit darker color inside over here. There you go. And I'm going to separate the leg, the cross, from the body. Okay. That's good. Alright, that's good. I'm going to have in the tail area, I'm going to also have this color connected down. I'm going to have a little bit darker here, like this, coming down like this. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit more wet color, soften that. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit brighter red color. Really want to put in here. Okay, like that. That's good. Now I'm gonna come into finish inside the eye. Now I'm gonna take a look. There's the dark color right in the middle. Right in here. Like that. That's good. Now I'm going to have the color a little bit more, mix a little bit blue color. Now I'm gonna still have a little bit reflected color underneath. Here you go. Does it look like a dark to a little bit lighter? I'm gonna have a little red color coming back here, make a little bit deeper, like that. And basically the birds looks pretty good right now. Now the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna painting into the background. I'm gonna use the this 1-inch flat brush. First, I'm gonna wet the whole outside. So making sure I don't get too much wet into the bird. Okay, painting around over here. You don't have to wet the area touching into the bird. We're gonna paint the color into the area. So, but the whole outside, I'm gonna make it a little bit more wet. There you go. Don't need to touch the bird. It's just making sure the majority area is softened. And also we're gonna use the background to help you to make the bird stand out, make the main object stand out. Okay, that's good. Now the whole area has been softened. Okay, what the outside will look like, I'm gonna try to mix some variety of colors. I'm looking at here. I'm gonna mix those colors together, will become more like a gray color. I'm gonna put a little color over here. I'm gonna see how this is gonna help, and I'm gonna make the wings over here to more like a merge into the background. So I'm gonna have a little bit blue color. So put it over here, and let's see. I'm gonna have it touching into the wings. Here you go. Putting into the gap over here. Okay. I'm gonna come into the top over here, the same color. It's just a very little colors. The belly over here can be a little bit softened. So I'm gonna actually use this brush and also soften into the belly over here. Make it appear a little bit lighter and also more connected into the background. And the top over here, I'm gonna have a little bit yellow color. Like that. It looks like I'm gonna have a little bit more yellow color put in the top over here. I'm gonna have a little bit connected from the whole background. Okay, that a little bit better. I'm gonna have a little red color somewhere here too. Maybe over here. It's kind of interesting and make it like a look like a could be something in the background. Like that. That's okay. That looks pretty good. And the bottom over here looks fine. I'm gonna keep the transition like that and coming down like this. I think the painting is finished.